I know we don't have a ton of time.
We got
here.
15 minutes.
I know. It seems like it's going to be very short for this, but I think it's been talked about probably in nauseam on radio today, so let's give it our quick 2 cents.
OJ admitted to fucking murdering.
I mean, essentially, it's so bizarre.
I watched
this
was filmed in 2006.
Yeah.
Do you have the video? The Lost Confession. It aired Sunday night on Fox.
That's Judith Regan he's talking to?
Yeah, go up, Christine.
Yep.
That video, right?
That's Judith Regan he's talking to.
Yeah, who's that?
10 years ago.
She's the, I'm surprised. Was she on Stern today?
No.
Because she's a friend of them very much. She produced his books, published his books.
Howard defended her this morning.
Why? What would she need to be
saying that?
defended on?
No, just saying she did a good job.
Well, yeah.
And she got this fuckface to admit that he murdered, to actually say the words.
He doesn't admit it, but this is
close.
This is fucking crazy.
It says he's speaking in hypotheticals, and then he stops speaking in hypotheticals and starts speaking in third person.
He constantly keeps talking.
First person.
He constantly keeps talking in hypotheticals, but he does talk in first person, and then goes, and always everybody keep in mind, this is hypothetical. So anyway, I'm on top of this bitch just fucking unloading on her face.
He goes, every time that knife pierces flesh, I get a little bit back of my alimony.
Let me close my eyes. It always takes me back there. Okay.
He goes, you know what? I can't drink Red High C because that's what it looked like spouting out of her.
I mean, this is... you watched it already, Dan?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, this is like...
I still think
holy
OJ,
shit worthy for sure.
I still think OJ didn't do it.
You've always hung in there.
Hey, Galileo High School, you know? My dad's from the Bay, he's from the Bay, you gotta fucking... Where's your loyalty if it ain't with OJ? I don't even think he hit her.
I'll be honest with you, I think the guy's a good dude.
Oh, you're gonna tell me this guy never misses a flight when he rents from Hertz?
Yeah.
And he's gonna hit his wife?
Do you see what he's willing to go through to make a flight and not make him go through a whole rigmarole for him?
Yeah. So he's gonna, murder his wife?
And now he's a wife murderer.
You racist.
Realize, Jacob.
You guys are racist.
Way to come in saying all that.
Yeah.
You have some choice words off the air, and I'll save them, because I don't want trouble when we have Jacob takes on a new lover, our new game.
When you take on a new lover from our game here, I won't tell her that you said that OJ did it.
The Bonfire at SiriusXM.com is where you send in your female pitch for Jacob for pure physical sexual attraction.
When you rub your necklace like that, you look like a porn producer that's watching a chick piss on the floor.
He's doing great.
He goes, yeah,
doing so good.
That's it, right over the newspaper.
Ooh, hey, what's up, little wolf? What's up, little howler? You want to watch this girl pee me too?
Oh, yeah.
Can I admit something now? I'm the only guy who could fuck this girl.
That's right. All right, let's go to the video. We only got like 12 minutes. We're gonna...
Called The Night in Question. And you write in the book, now picture this and keep in mind that this is hypothetical. Yes. Why don't you tell me what might have happened on the night of June 12th, 1994? And let's just walk through the night.
Well, first of all, this is very difficult for me to do this.
He goes, I don't know where you want me to stop. I felt like settling the score. Okay. Should we keep moving forward?
It's very hard for me to do this, you know. It's a pretty elaborate play, you know what I mean? You don't remember every step of the way for every play that gets snapped, you know?
He goes, double murder. That's, where do you want to start?
So Ron Goldman goes back with the knife and fakes it to me for the handoff.
I'm in the flats.
I just flick out to the flats.
I'm in hook to curl. I realize Nicole's coming out of the house. I gotta do a button route back. That night of June 12th, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson learned what a lot of defensive linemen on the New England Patriots and Miami Dolphins had already learned. Orenthal James Simpson doesn't go down when you tell him to.
Never hire a Jew to play your offensive line.
Yeah. And if Nicole Brown Simpson learned one thing, it's that a Hebe can't protect you from a 6-time All-Pro running back.
No matter how wealthy his father, that day had destiny written all over it.
And on June 12th, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson learned if you're gonna stop the juice, you need more than a Jewish waiter.
That was the day Nicole Brown Simpson learned OJ is black after all.
This is hypothetical. I know and I accept the fact that people are going to feel whatever way they're going to feel. They're going to...
You gotta get Shonda.
Whatever they want to feel. In the book, the hypothetical is
Charlie.
Charlie. This guy Charlie shows up, the guy who I recently become friends with, and I don't know why he had been by Nicole's house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there's got to stop, right? So we kind of hooked up together, and I'm kind of broad stroking this. We go over, get into Bronco and go over.
That's what they're talking about. He talks about it in first person, but he's saying this is all hypothetical, but I don't get how he was fooled into doing this in some weird way. It doesn't make any sense.
I have a couple Miller High Lifes. You know me, when I get drinking, start trashing my ex-wife. Charlie looks at me and goes, "Just go murder that bitch."
And so I'm like, hypothetically.
Is he fight clubbing this?
Well, no, this whole thing is because of his book, the If I Did It book. And so this interview went along with the If I Did It book. And I didn't read the book, but apparently he, describes the murder in the book and then says, if I did it, this is how it would have gone down. So it's all around this hypothetical story that's true.
A Tyler Durden-like moment where I kind of realized that I'm a different person. They go, OJ, you were standing there last week asking me how good security was. He goes, I was? I murder the way you want to murder? I fuck the way you want to fuck? Let's go with the interview.
Let's just go back and do the details. Where did you park?
Let's do the detail.
You park
in the hypothetical in the alley.
Right. You park in the alley.
Yeah.
And you put on a wool cap and gloves.
Hypothetical.
In the hypothetical, I put on
hypothetical. He goes, oh man, yeah, hell yeah. I was top of black. Looked like I was ready to rob a jewelry store.
Hypothetical hat. That's a good company.
Hypothetical hat. That's gonna be the name of my production company. I get out for stealing these t-shirts.
Yeah.
He goes, don't tell anybody this, but I'm in a new racket stealing t-shirts.
I'm trying to get my trophies back.
Ooh, God, what if I go in jail? That'd be crazy. If I was back in jail. Anyways. It's 2006.
You reached under the seat for
a knife. I always kept a knife in the car for the crazies and stuff because you can't travel with a gun. And I remember Charlie saying, you ain't bringing that. And I didn't, right? But I believe he took it.
Charlie took the knife?
Yeah. In the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
in real life, I had on that motherfucker for dear life.
In real life, Charlie ain't real, and I'm murderous ass.
I'm ready to bury it in some white motherfucker.
He goes, I find out Nicole's having fuck parties with Blow in my old house. I'm about to tear them up like a piñata.
Not that she shouldn't, but she really has bitch face in this whole interview, Judith Regan. She really is doing the whole and then what'd you do hypothetically, you piece of shit?
She goes, and did that make you happy?
I mean, not you, but Charlie you.
Chuck. So what was Chuck doing in this whole thing?
Gate. You go through the back gate.
Yes.
And it was open or broken or?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I go to the front and I'm looking to see what's going on. And I can see that it appears like Nicole had candles all the time. She really did to keep her overhead down, I think.
Cheap ass
and music
bitch.
Was on, and
you just call her cheap.
I was there.
He goes, she can't live this Renaissance.
She's candles for light.
Because this Renaissance bitch could never have a light on.
She kept saying because she was a Civil War reenactor.
I told her, I hope a curtain catches, burn your bitch ass down. But, sometimes wind and God won't do what you want, so you gotta head over there with your friend Chuck.
Now, me and Chuck showed up for the Civil War reenaction, and then, next thing I know, Ron Goldman comes out. No one tell me he's in character, and he's telling me to get my ass back down to the South.
Now, I'm dressed like a Union soldier. So is Charles. But Ron Goldman comes out in a Confederate, and I go, well, now we have to fight. Now what do I have on me?
Oh, a hypothetical bayonet.
My musket. Hypothetical musket. Now, again, I'm in the front yard.
Now, Charlie always holds my bag of gunpowder.
Now, because
I go, Charlie, throw me the GP.
Yeah, and he says, we need a better line. I said, the trench is dug. So if we're going to fight out of here, we got to fight out of here in the right way. We got to yell, charge.
I says, General Robert E. Lee is out there leading people.
Is that Orenthal James Simpson? I am Ronald Goldman. Simpson, representation of the Confederacy of Virginia.
We've already lost a lot of good men.
Ah, my dearest Nicole, I come to you bringing your sunglasses from a restaurant. Oh, what a weary afternoon it's been. I know your ex-husband once put up 2,000 yards in a season. That is most difficult.
Anywho, I hope this letter finds you well.
Yeah, I shall deliver this letter myself if times are good. If times are bad, please take in my Mother Edith.
A guy shows
good woman. She'll pull her weight. She'll pull her weight.
Oldman comes in the back gate.
Yeah, a guy that I really didn't recognize. I may have seen him around, but I really didn't recognize him to be anyone. And
shade.
You see, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's too like
throwing shade. He goes, I don't know. He's wearing stupid shoes. OJ, you bitch.
This required a much smarter person to do what he's trying to do, because exactly the problem is simply he's jumping from He keeps going. This is all hypothetically now. This is hypothetically. I grabbed a knife. I felt the cold steel in my hand, and I went back there and buried it in the thing. And it's just like, why are you talking about it like that? I don't understand why this was done.
Murder?
No, look, I get the book to make the money. I get the book to make the money, then I get the Goldmans getting the money from it. I get all that. I don't have a problem with that. What's to be gained from this? There's no monetary value for this. It's making him look like I never read the book. You know what I mean? I stopped caring about the story by that point. So I never read the book, the If I Did It book. So that's all this is doing, is saying the book. It's kind of a big deal, and it's making him nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he got paid at the time that he did this interview.
But what would they pay for an interview?
I don't know. For pay him.
It's just crazy that this woman's murder, just like, if you're her kids, it just keeps getting brought up, and you're like, all right. Like, if you're this daughter or son of Nicole Brown,
they're all named OJ Jr. too.
You go, leash. But it really is one of those things where you're like, man, they just keep bringing it up.
Yeah, nonstop.
It's like they did a TV show, a documentary, and now this is coming back up. You're like, after the book, you're like, fucking enough. If they did
every time you see a jerk-off hipster mustache, you think Fred Goldman's coming to kill you. Oh, he's come for revenge.
Grandpa Fred! Oh, but wait, you're not related to me. All right, let's watch him.
Mood I was in, I started having words with him.
He says to you, I just came by to return a pair of glasses. Judy left them at the restaurant.
Yeah, words to that effect, yes. And
I
don't know if I believed it or didn't believe it. It was pretty much immaterial because, I was more concerned about everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
you get into a fight. Nicole comes out.
Do you think OJ and her were fighting, and Ron Goldman was really doing that thing that, like, I mean, it got him killed ultimately, and that's terrible. That's nothing. That should never be the price to pay for that. But do you think he was really returning the glasses and really doing like hey man, why don't you not talk to her like that? And OJ's like, hey bro, why don't you get the fuck out of here? I'm kind of talking to this chick. Thinking nothing to do with you, man, right now. He goes, well, maybe I'm making it do something with me. Maybe I'm making it have something to do with me. Why don't you just leave her alone, bro, and just get out of here and let your head cool off? He goes, listen, man, I don't know if you know who Charlie is, but you don't want to see him. Charlie, come out.
He goes, is Charlie a fictitious friend?
Yeah, Charlie lives inside of me.
He's an imaginary friend.
Yes.
Charlie was also my lead blocker. He goes, I called him an angel.
Got a little loud, and by that time,
we had words.
Nicole had come out. And we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, this is my house, get the F out of here.
Yes.
And I said, I understand that it's your house, young lady, but if I can lariat.
It started with a lariat.
Again, this is the same person, and if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating. And I think Charlie had followed this guy in, wanted to make sure there was no problem, and he brought the knife. As things got heated,
it sounds like it's his imaginary friend who's like, No one else sees it, and he's like, take the knife, OJ, take the knife. He's like, Charlie, I don't want to do it. And everyone's like, OJ, who the fuck are you talking to? Charlie, I can't. I was married to this woman. I love her. So, OJ, who are you talking to?
Dude, this is the exact story that I gave when I got caught with cigarettes and a lighter when I was 13.
Charlie did it.
My mom was like, who are these? I was like, this is Chris's. He goes to school with me. My mom was like, what?
She goes, Chris goes to school? What do you mean? Where does he live? He goes, well, hypothetically, he is from, he's from Vail.
Vail,
Colorado.
Drives all the way down here. I go,
yeah, for you.
Long drive. Cigarettes.
Love cigarettes. Need cigarettes. But decided to quit while he was here. Gave me the last 3 in his pack. You know what? Charlie, all right.
I mean, this is crazy. He just basically admits to murdering his wife.
He stopped. He worried very much about the hypothetical in the beginning, and he comes into it again because he realizes that he just starts talking and telling you a story. The hypothetical means nothing. Like, this is all hypothetical now, Dan. This is totally hypothetical.
Okay.
Me and Christine went to a Sixers game last night, and then we watched the game, and then we came home and we watched him tell. Hypothetically speaking,
so that didn't happen.
We may have ordered pizza. We ordered pizza. We enjoyed. I believe we got half white pizza, half pepperoni mushroom. Dan, this is all hypothetically exactly what happened.
Hypothetically,
exactly what our day was last night. Liar.
Oh, he should date DeLapolito.
DePolito.
Oh, man.
Oh, squeals of a white woman. That's music to the Juice's ears.
Do you want to watch any of this?
Sure.
This guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed the knife.
I remember I grabbed the knife.
Yeah.
That's what's weird.
Yeah.
A knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around.
How do you hypothetically not remember?
So when you watch the OJ documentary and they take like the murder scene and they redo it, they say that Ron Goldman has defense wounds on his hands from trying to stop the knife. Like he was in this like area where he couldn't get out.
Turns out it was karate stance.
Yeah.
I gotta take karate, that's it.
I didn't know he was doing full open bear stance. Bear style. Gow! God, this guy's got a knife. Gow!
That's O.J. Simpson. Okay, I'm gonna go large and see if I can scare him away. I'm a bigger grizzly than you.
Charlie goes, that ain't no grizzly.
OJ, don't back down. That ain't no real bear. Look again.
That's a Jewish waiter.
That's a Jewish waiter. He's wearing sunglasses, man.
Don't look at his hands. Do bears carry around sunglasses? OJ goes, Charlie, hand me that knife.
Charlie, this is Private Hill. You don't know, man. There's a lot of Hollywood Hills bears out there, man. And I'll be out there, pretty good style.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's a lot of bad boy bears up here in Brentwood. They don't listen to rules. They don't go to school.
He rides a tricycle, but he's got saddlebags on. He's a bad boy. Bad boy circus bear.
Bad boy circus bear, right. Well, there you go. OJ murdered his wife and Ron Goldman.
So, good news. He admitted it freely. Don't worry.
Did you hear that, Dad?
He's fine.
My dad died defending OJ.
So there you go, Dad. Everything's fine. It was Charlie.
It was Charlie. Rest in peace, Pop.
Rest in peace, Pop. I miss you so much, Pop.